I do not regret punching that doctor in the face. Like, okay, listen. I do not regret punching that doctor in the face. In this video, I'm just going to be telling the story of how I punched a doctor in the face when I was 6. So if you like what you listen to and want to hear more of my crazy stories, because I have a bunch, then think about subscribing. And if you like this video, then click the like button. Quick warning, I get very easily distracted, so if I'm pausing or I'm just like not saying anything, then that is why. And so to get into why I punched a doctor, we're going to talk about how I got to the doctors in the first place. So basically, I was playing like hide and seek tag with my aunt and my cousin, and both of them are only a year older than me. So we were very young, and we were running around in the house, and I'm pretty sure I was caught first. Like, my hiding spot was found first, but my cousin didn't tag me, and so I ran, and I found my aunt, and she was like running towards the bathroom, but she didn't want me to go with her. And so, because I was like this annoying kid, I decided that I was gonna go with her anyways, just to mess with her. And so we were running towards the bathroom, and she gets in there first because she's faster than I am, and she slams the door, but she didn't realize that I was already super close to like the door in general. Like, I was almost through. I'm already gonna get distracted. This is great. So anyways, because we were like I was so close behind her, I ended up like getting the door slammed in my face, and it hit my eyebrow, which is not good. Like, it hurts a lot, and I had this like giant gash on my face. And eventually, like, my grandpa was like mad, so we were getting scolded and my mom wasn't there. So eventually I just like, how do I say this, I was in shock, and I was just like touching it after like I was being scolded. So eventually I called my mom, and she was like super mad that he didn't take me to the doctors after it happened. He just like gave me an ice pack like he was some kind of school nurse. So after that, I'm pretty sure it was just I'm pretty sure my whole family was there. So like my mom, my dad, and my brother. And instead of letting like my parents come in with me when they were doing the surgery, like, it was just stitches. They didn't give me anesthetic or anything. They just gave me numbing stuff. But instead of letting my parents come in, they took me in alone. And I was already pretty freaked out at this point. So I was like fighting this nurse and the doctor, and they had to call in like 2 more nurses. And because I was just fighting them so much, eventually they got one of these, I want to call it like a gurney, something you'd see in like an ambulance when you're trying to like fight off the paramedics and they're just trying to keep you safe. So they strapped me down in one of those, and that just made it so much worse. Like, I became like 10 times more aggressive because I was just strapped down in this like whatever it's called, like this gurney thing. And I was like fighting them physically. I was kicking, I was angry, I was yelling, I was actively trying to get away from these people, even though they were just trying to help me. So eventually, because I was strapped down, I found out, how do I say this? I got some way to get the straps off, and I kept pulling them off, and so they kept grabbing my hands, and I was getting mad, even though they were just like trying to help me. But I'm like this 6-year-old kid, and I'm freaked out, and I just want to like leave. So it got to the point where I got like, I ended up hitting one of the nurses. I know I hit her like in the chest or something. So I hit her because I got out of the straps, and they were like bodily holding me down at this point because I already got out once. But eventually I got out of 2 straps, and I lifted myself up, and I hit this doctor as hard as I could. Like, I was stressed, there was like adrenaline rushing, and so I don't remember what happened afterwards, like I'm pretty sure the doctor, like, he didn't freak out, but he was like shocked that it actually hit him like square in the face. So eventually they called in my mom, and my mom was mad that they even like allowed me to be in there alone. So they got her in to calm me down. And I think it was after like 15 minutes, I got, ironically, 15 stitches in. So it was over at this point. But like, my mom was like yelling at these people there. She was like so mad that I was just in there alone and they strapped me down instead of just like calling her in. I don't remember if the doctor got in trouble for it. I honestly, I think he should have, because I don't know like hospital rules or anything, but I was a minor. They didn't sedate me. I was already like freaked out. So like it was just this bad thing waiting to happen. And if I'm being like completely honest, I do not regret punching that doctor in the face. Like, okay, okay. Listen. I do not regret punching that doctor in the face. I was a terrified child, and they basically traumatized me more than I already was. Like, I don't even know how to like to end this. Like, I think it's funny now because like as a kid I was like this fairly aggressive, but now I'm just like calmer, and like I'm not confrontational like I was back then. So it's just like it's still so surreal to think about. It makes me super uncomfortable in like certain places now. So yeah, that's like the time I like full on punched a doctor.